Well, the big reveal of our 2025 Central Texas Remarkable Woman of the Year is finally here. Our winner is Friends for Life Executive Director Inez Russell. Friends for Life is a Waco nonprofit that serves older and disabled adults, helps them live their best lives independently and safely. We'll take you to the moment Fox 44 surprised Inez to tell her she was the winner. Here's our Vince Erickson.
Well, Inez, you're here for a very special reason, maybe a reason beyond what you might have expected. Inez Russell, you have won the Fox 44 Central Texas Remarkable Woman of the Year. You've got the Fox 44 family. You've got some special friends here who are here with you as well. Come on in. Stunned. Come on in. Join the party. You're the reason for the party.
Oh my goodness.
You know, your friend Christine Smith, by the way, Christine, why don't you come on in with us? She was your nominator, you know, for all of the wonderful work you do as the executive director for Friends for Life. And before we share some snippets of what she had to say in her nomination essay, would you tell us briefly about the great work that you do for Friends of Life and for what it's all about?
Okay. Well, for a little over 35 years, we've been helping seniors and people with disabilities live their best lives as independently as possible. We do that in a number of ways. We serve as legal guardian if they can't make decisions for themselves. We have a money management program to make sure their bills are due, and then we do quality of life programs that help them know that somebody cares.
And you know what? Christine put that in really nice words. By the way, has this kind of sunk in yet at all?
You should have told me.
Well, I'll tell you this. I want you to hear part of what Christine had to say in her essay. And she started with where it all began. Let's go ahead and go in this direction here. It all began with a woman in her late 80s lying in a hospital bed. This woman had no one. She felt her life was over. Though they were strangers, Inez remained with this woman and revisited her. The woman was frightened and hopeless. But after many days, and with Inez's encouragement, she became well enough to return home. Inez was determined to create a service to coordinate interactions between caring people and neglected people. And then she concluded it with this. After learning about Friends for Life, I moved 2,000 miles so that I could volunteer with her here. I enthusiastically nominate Inez Russell of Friends for Life for the 2025 Remarkable Woman of the Year. How does this touch your heart?
I'm just stunned. I would never have expected this. So thank you for nominating me and thank you for picking me. But I think God really gets all the credit. I'm blessed to get to do this work, and I have wonderful people to work with, and we get to reach out to.
Some of them are right here.
I know. I can't believe
Kay and Deanne and Carla right here with you. Surprised to see them?
I was really surprised. I did not expect any of this.
Well, you know, now comes the fun part, okay? As the Fox 44 Central Texas Remarkable Woman of the Year, there are some goodies that go along with this. First, it is a $1,000 donation for the Next Star Charitable Foundation toward the 501c3 nonprofit of your choice. And you're also going to be eligible for the National Woman of the Year, and that means a trip to Hollywood. We're gonna take you to Hollywood. Is that something you really look forward to?
Oh my goodness! Well, I've never been. That would be interesting.
Well, I'll tell you what. It'll be a fabulous time, and then you're gonna be with other remarkable women winners from all over the nation, and be eligible for the National Woman of the Year.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome. You certainly have earned it. Tell you what, Why don't you go with your friends and see the Fox 44 family, and let's let you enjoy the moment.
Okay. Oh my goodness. How in the world? John not tell me about this.
Your flower.
Thank you.
And then your certificate. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well, we now introduce you to our 2025 Central Texas Remarkable Woman of the Year, Friends for Life Executive Director, Inez Russell. Fox 44 invited Inez and the woman who Well, we now introduce you to our 2025 Central Texas Remarkable Woman of the Year, Friends for Life Executive Director, Inez Russell. Fox 44 invited Inez and the woman who nominated her in for a conversation about being our 2025 winner. Here's our Vince Erickson.
This is simply a remarkable time with the Central Texas Fox 44 Remarkable Woman of the Year for Central Texas. May I introduce Ms. Inez Russell, the Executive Director for Friends of Life in Waco, a 501c3 that helps adults transition into having really good full lives, and also Christine Smith, who was the nominator, had the nominating essay for Inez. Ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Now, Inez, we got to see on the reveal that we did. You came in, and oh my goodness, how surprised were you, and how touched were you in your heart?
So I was in the wrong place at first.
Yes.
It was such a surprise. I never expected this. I'm just really stunned.
And now that it's had a few moments to sink in, how did it touch your heart?
Well, I'm really very grateful. I don't feel like I deserve it. I think everything that's happened at Friends for Life was God, and I've been blessed to get to follow Him and do what I feel He's called me to do.
Before we get to Friends for Life, which is, again, what you're the executive director of, Christine Smith. Christine, you nominated her with the essay, and it moved a lot of folks to tears.
I am so grateful that I heard about it when I did, that I could finish it in such a short amount of time because it just poured out. I knew that I was feeling drawn to move to Waco, and I already had a history with elderly, with people with challenges and coming alongside them. And I met a lady who was bringing in coffee and kolaches. Turned out she was the keynote speaker as well. I reached over to my husband and I said, now I know the reason why I'm moving to Waco, so that I get to volunteer with her organization.
And you moved 2,000 miles to do this.
Yes, we both did. We both loved our visit to Waco, but we needed to know who we would come alongside, the reason we would be here.
And
she was the reason. Friends for Life was the reason.
And let's talk about Friends for Life, Inez, in your own words. The impact that Friends for Life has. Tell us about Friends for Life. What is it all about?
It's about helping seniors and people with disabilities live their best life as independently as they possibly can. And we do that in a number of different ways. We have an adult day center where people can come during the day, and that makes it possible for family members to work. It also keeps people from going to a nursing home too soon. We have a guardianship program where we take care of people who can't take care of themselves, and we work toward making them better able to make decisions for themselves so that hopefully they won't need a guardian at some point. We have a money management program where we pay bills for people that can't do that for themselves. We have life skills training where we teach people how to be more independent who have intellectual and developmental disabilities. We have an independent living program where we recruit and train volunteers to help people stay in their own homes as long as they possibly can. And quality of life programs where we remember people who don't have family to remember them on holidays, or even calling them once a week to check on them, visiting them, but just making sure that they know somebody cares about them.
And for 35 years, going on almost 36 now, Inez, it started with you, and now you're serving 80 counties, I understand?
We're in 82 counties now, and we have offices in Abilene, Beaumont, Corpus, San Antonio, Texas City, and Tyler.
Inez, as the Central Texas Fox 44 Woman of the Year, there's some goodies to go along with this. How excited are you to be able to have a $1,000 donation to the 501c3 nonprofit of your choice from the Next Star Charitable Foundation, and then being eligible for the National Woman of the Year? And you know what that means? A trip to Hollywood. Are you excited about that?
I am. I've never been to Hollywood. I think that would be fun.
It would be so much fun, and you would be such a great representative for Central Texas. So with all that in mind, what are you feeling right now?
Just really stunned. I still don't believe it, but I'm grateful that you guys picked me, and I will do my best to represent Fox 44 and Texas, and you know, I just have to give God the glory because this is all Him. I just get to come along for the ride.
Inez Russell, Fox 44, Central Texas Remarkable Woman of the Year. Christine Smith, who nominated Inez. Ladies, thank you so much. All the best, and go win that National Woman of the Year.
Thank you.
You betcha.
Inez wins a $1,000 donation from the Next Star Charitable Foundation and a trip to Hollywood, where she is eligible for the National Remarkable Woman of the Year. That award will be revealed on April 14th. We'll call it podcast prime time for the Central Texas 2025 Remarkable Women Contest winner, Inez Russell. And you'll be able to experience it all soon. And that's because Inez will be front and center on Ann Harder's Central Texas Events podcast, available on the Rogue Media Network. You're looking at today's recording, and you may have seen Fox 44's reveal on Tuesday of Inez winning the 2025 award. She'll be flown to Los Angeles on Sunday, April the 13th, to meet the nation's other Remarkable Women Contest winners. Inez told us winning the 2025 Central Texas Remarkable Women Contest is still sinking in.
I am blown away that I get to be part of this, and I think what you guys do is amazing. It's that they've picked 125 women across the country, and they're flying all of them to Los Angeles, and we're going to get to meet each other and hear their stories. I think what they're doing is amazing.
Ann Harder's Central Texas Events podcast is available on YouTube for the video version and anywhere you get your audio podcasts through the Rogue Media Network. The podcast will drop around 5 a.m. tomorrow.